What's up, guys? It's me, Tony G, coming to you from Live Hotel and Casino. This is episode 81 of my vlog. In this episode, it's going to be a two-parter. The live size 450 it is today. I'm going to hopefully satellite into the live size 450. It's a $50 buy-in, super turbo, 10-minute levels, 10K starting stack. And if I get a ticket, I'm playing the live size 450. If not, we're going to get to some cash games. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Before you get started, do me a favor. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons. It helps me out a lot, it helps the channel out a lot. And if you guys are returning subscribers, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Let's get into this episode. Okay, in literally the third hand of the tournament, blinds are 100, 100, and a 100 big blind. I have the ace of diamonds, the king of spades. I raise it to 300. We get three callers to the flop, and the flop is the nine of spades, the queen of hearts, and the king of hearts. So I have top pair right now. Folds to me, and I throw out a bet of $1,200. The guy to my left says too expensive for this early in the tournament, folds. I do get two callers, and the turn isn't really much of a help for me, but it really doesn't do anything either. It's the four of diamonds. Now, I decide to just throw out a bet of $1,200. I wanted to bet $2,400 or $3,600, but I thought it was still too early in the tournament for that. Decided just to throw out a bet of $1,200. There is one fold, and the small blind calls, and the river is the ace of hearts. Love it. Love to see it. Give me two pair, top two pair at that. I now throw out a value bet of $4,000. He thinks, but ultimately decides to call, which I'm very excited about. And he flips over the queen of diamonds and the 10 of spades for a straight draw and two pair draw, I guess. Okay, we jump to level 3 here. Blinds are 200, 300, 300. I have the king of diamonds, the king of spades. I'm in middle position. Gets to me, and I decide to make it 900 to go. The big blind and the small blind call, and we are three ways to the flop. And the flop comes out the queen of hearts, the 10 of diamonds, and the 7 of diamonds. The big blind bets 1,200. The small blind looks at his cards and he's thinking about calling and says, nah, not worth it. And he mucks his cards. So it's over to me. And I throw out a bet of 2,400. The big blind doesn't think for too long before saying call. And we're now heads up to the turn. The turn is the 8 of diamonds. Obviously, further helping my flush draw out here. I check it through, making it seem like I missed on what I needed. And the river is the 3 of clubs. He checks it to me, and I throw out a bet of 4,500. He tanks for a little bit, but ultimately does fold his hand and take down a decent sized pot in level 3. Okay, in this hand in level 4, blinds are 200, 400, 400. I have the 6 of clubs, the 7 of diamonds. I'm on the button. Folds to me, and yes, I limp in just for the 400. I'm heads up to the flop with the big blind, and the flop is the 8 of diamonds, the 9 of spades, and the 2 of hearts. It actually checks to the turn. The board just doesn't look good. The turn is the 7 of spades, and believe it or not, yes, it does check to the river. I just didn't feel confident with my 7 high. The river is the king of hearts, and again, it just checks the showdown, and he shows 3 of clubs, 9 of clubs, and yeah, he takes it down with a pair of 9s. Alright, in this hand, the blinds are 300, 600, 600. I think it's level 4 or 5. I have the ace of spades, the jack of hearts. I'm in the big blind. The middle position makes it 2100 to go. And after a couple people fold and it gets around to me, I call the 2100. We're heads up to the flop of jack of diamonds, the queen of spades, and the 7 of spades. So obviously I have a spade flush draw and middle pair. Checks to me, I bet 2100. He calls, and the turn is the 10 of clubs. I don't want to see any other cards that can help him, so I throw out a ridiculous bet of 6100. And he actually tanks for 5 or 10 seconds and just folds it and says, good hand. So we take down another pot. Okay, in this hand, which is probably the worst played hand I had at the tournament, I have the king of spades, the queen of diamonds. The the blinds are 400, 800, 800. It's 2400 to go, so I call. And the big blind actually makes it 5000 to go. So I call, we're heads up to the flop, which is the ace of hearts, the queen of hearts, and the 9 of clubs. It actually checks to the turn, and the turn is the 10 of hearts. The big blind bets 5000. I feel like he has an ace here, and I reluctantly call after looking at my cards. I don't know why I called, but I went against my gut and called anyway. So count out the chips. The river is a brick. It's the 4 of diamonds. Doesn't change anything at all. The big blind once again bets 5000. And I do tank for a good couple minutes. Not couple minutes. About 30 seconds really. And I count my chips out. Go to throw them in, but can't quite get them in there. Fuddle with him for a second, and then I do throw him in there, and he flips over aces. Ace of spades and the ace of diamonds. Okay, about 2 or 3 hands after that last hand, 2 or 3 orbits, feeling kind of tilted still. I have the ace of spades, the 9 of spades. We're in level 8. It's 500, 1000, 1000. I'm on the button. I make it 3000 to go. And we are heads up to the flop, which is the queen of hearts, the 9 of hearts, and the 4 of spades. It checks to me. I make it 4500. The big blind goes all in for way more than what I have. He covers me. I check my cards, and yeah, I just decided to shove it all in there. Not sure why, but he shows queen 3, and the run out is the 5 of spades and the queen of hearts. The queen of diamonds, and we're done for the day. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe buttons. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And don't forget, it doesn't matter how you're living your life, as long as you're living the felt life.